Hello and welcome to Thinkermaker, a Savvy Self production. This series explores Brexit with emotional intelligence. It draws parallels with the multicultural United States, so let's get straight in by considering what multicultural means. In the US, there's a restaurant offering a sushi buffet. It includes an option called Sushipizza. Pieces of sushi on a pizza. Now, with that in mind, let's ask if multicultural means to preserve cultural integrity, a sushi place next door to a pizza place, or to make a mishmash of cultures diluting each other. Sushi pizza. Brexit is a battle for preserving culture, heritage and identity versus preserving the current economic structure. And we're going to reveal hidden root causes underlying this epic tug of war between Remainers who are happy within the EU and Leavers who are not. Leavers want to preserve enshrined cultural heritage values with self-belief in British adventurousness, inventive discovery, which is all part of that heritage, while taking a chance to reshape the economy. DNA and internet software are British discoveries. Remainers want to play safe with the single market economy while risking cultural identity dilution. Now, which one trumps the other? Risking the economy to cradle authentic culture or diluting authentic culture to cradle the existing economy? We're in a tunnel. And according to ancient wisdom, it's a yin-yang tussle to find balance. For harmony in any household or relationship, when one party's not happy, it's essential for others to understand why. Finding the balance lies in empathy and understanding the validity of sentiments, not in combating them. As Remainers are happy with the status quo in the EU, it's on them to non-judgmentally understand Leavers. Also, for Leavers to fully understand the real causes behind their own feelings. All this is emotional intelligence. Let's see what yin-yang wisdom has to offer on this. It's pretty useful. In English, we talk of the ebb and flow of life. Sometimes we need the tide of life to flow, so we float. Sometimes we need it to ebb, to clear our way. Yin-yang is like that. The trick is to find the balance. Yin-yang gives insight into a significant factor regarding Brexit. Personality types. Take the British stiff upper lip tradition. School kids were once taught to withstand teasing with rhymes like this. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Be tough. That's a yang trait. It's the opposite of today's uber-sensitive, pour your heart out culture, which is yin. Victorian Britain used to be excessively yang. Now, many feel Britain has swung too far towards yin as a politically correct, overprotective, soft nanny state. Even the word blackboard is deemed hurtful to ethnic groups. This ebb and flow is within human nature. Both ends are equally important. Yang or flow describes traits associated with going forward, adventure, courage, exploring the unknown. Yin or ebb describes the opposite traits, to yield, nurture, empathize and avoid risk. Everyone can be any of these traits as we shift along the spectrum with circumstances, but each person has their sweet spot. Yin-yang is a thing. We're seeing this duality tussle in attitudes towards Brexit. Brexiteers want to be bold and confident, to go into an unknown future of economic chance with self-belief. Remainers see chance as risk to be avoided, preferring to stay included within the EU family network. Now, remember we said to find that balance requires deep understanding into root causes of sentiments by Remainers as well as Leavers. Well, that's not happening. Take these words: sovereignty, nationalism, Britishness. For Leavers, they mean to reclaim laws, culture, values and spiritual identity but Remainers regard the use of those words as racist, isolationist, supremacy. This is no path to harmony. Many say Brexit was a protest, but a protest against what? Failure to understand that is dangerous, and mainstream debate is failing due to obsession with the single market economy. Other issues are missed or even dismissed as racism. It's just untrue for most leavers. So we're going to dive deep to show how economic policy, finance, science, progressive secularism and feminism have squeezed the authenticity of British culture and spirit for decades, making distasteful sushi pizza. We'll join these dots to trace how these forces led to the Brexit protest and possible solutions to redirect these forces to regain balance for harmony. Before we dive deep, let's quickly look at what makes democracy function well. Yin-yang is relevant. The US and UK have become more diverse, but that hasn't shaped politics well. And here's why. The Washington Post published the results of a respected academic study about democracy. It revealed that strong democracy correlates with ethnic homogeneity. And that's common sense, because in diverse communities, consensus is harder to achieve, so conflict is more intense. In homogeneous groups, consensus is easier, so democracy is stronger. But be clear, this doesn't mean to be against immigration. The crucial factor is shared values. Diversity can work fine if values are genuinely shared. But the values of any receiving nation rightly take precedence, and immigrant integration is key. And this is where yin-yang is handy to understand diverse value preferences, even within one ethnic group. Take gender. Many females, but only a few males, prefer yin values. Many males, but only a few females, prefer yang values. Science has nothing to say about this, but most people intuitively see the truth in this pattern, and that intuition is important. Trust it. No wonder feminism is pro-Remain. Look at these headlines. The EU is a progressive feminist project, so don't be blind. It's a mistake to disregard these forces in the Brexit debate. They shape values which impact trust. And trust is priceless. But look, research reveals levels of trust in the UK and US have crashed. Democracy suffers. As a result, sentiments bubbling beneath the surface for decades have boiled over into big shifts. Trump parallels Brexit, and finding balance lies in empathic understanding of those feelings, not in combat with them. But while admitting their failure to understand these feelings, progressive liberal leaders foolishly seek to combat them. That's poor advice, gross lack of emotional intelligence. In the next episode, we'll see how economic theory has driven policy that's made sushi pizza out of British culture since decades. Thank you for watching.